Have you ever had a moment in your life where you look in the mirror and you realize you've been busy, but you haven't been building? You've been moving, but not creating momentum. You've been talking about it, but where is the transformation? But what if I told you you can accomplish more in the next 7 days than most do in 12 months? What if the breakthrough that you've been praying for was waiting on your discipline, not just your desire? But listen, I am going to share with you how to achieve more in a week than most do in a year. Hey, what's going on? I'm Terrence Sams. Listen, I need you to understand that the difference between the 1% and the 99% is not talent. It's not money. It's not luck. It's decision. Oh yeah, they made a decision to treat their week like it's an entire year. They made a decision to live with a sense of urgency, intention, and divine alignment. So I'm going to give you 5 strategies that will flip your week upside down and turn you into a results machine. Strategy number 1, set ruthless non-negotiables. Choose discipline over drama. Like, this is your foundation, your launching pad. Everything you want: freedom, success, peace, wealth. All of that flows from discipline, not drama. Drama is unpredictable. Discipline is power. When you set ruthless non-negotiables, you eliminate the emotional back and forth, and you anchor yourself with intentional action. But these aren't just tasks on a to-do list. These are identity-driven commitments. They're sacred agreements with the future version of yourself. I'm talking about the one who's already living the life you're building right now. You don't do them because you have to. You do them because that's who you are. So why does this work? Well, because it clarifies your priorities. No more wondering what matters. You've already decided. They also conserve mental energy. You bypass decision fatigue by making these things automatic. And then they reinforce identity. See, every time you follow through, you prove you are who you say you are. And lastly, they stack confidence. Oh man, small daily wins builds unstoppable momentum. But how do we apply this? Well, pick 3 non-negotiables that align with who you are becoming. Now make sure those non-negotiables are specific, are simple, are tied to identity, not just an outcome. For an example, you may wake up and you would say, I journal each morning because I'm a visionary leader, not someone who drifts. Identity. Or you say, I go to bed by 10 p.m. because I'm building an empire, not just surviving the day. Identity. Or what about this? I move my body for 30 minutes every day because I'm an athlete, not just someone who wants to lose weight. What I'm saying is reinforce your identity. And don't make the mistake of choosing what sounds good. I need you to choose what moves you forward. Don't scroll. Don't go anywhere. This next strategy will really set the tone for your day. Strategy number 2. Stop living on repeat. Start living on mission. Oh man, look, every week, the 1%, they pick just one needle moving mission. Just one. Something that's uncomfortable, something that's bold, something that brings them closer to the vision. This actually creates urgency. It creates momentum. Why? Because there's power in pressure. The truth is, most people don't need more time. They need tighter deadlines. The Parkinson law states that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. Here's what that means. If you give yourself a year to launch a business, to write a book, or build a brand, man, you'll take a year. Not because the task actually requires a year, but because your urgency, it doesn't demand otherwise. Now flip that. Give yourself 7 days. Yes, only 7 days. And suddenly everything sharpens. For my first book called How to Write a Book in 7 Days, I experienced this firsthand. Here's what I did. I made a verbal commitment before I even formed this idea in front of my accountability group. So it forced me to create the name, the logo, the book outline, the content, and it was all ready for publication within 7 days. Now, if I had not publicly given myself a launch date, I'd probably not have written this Amazon bestseller. What I'm saying is, pressure creates diamonds. So how do you apply this? Well, I want you to write your mission statement. Break it down into 7 micro wins. Start strong, finish strong. Now don't overthink it, because clarity comes with action, not hesitation. Now, if you think that's all you need to achieve more in 1 week than most do in an entire year, then you're wrong. Strategy number 3 is the billionaire's secret. Strategy number 3, time block like a billionaire. If your calendar doesn't reflect your values, neither does your life. The top 1% use time like a weapon. They don't find time, they create it. They don't let daily distractions shift their focus. Tony Robbins, he said that one reason so few of us achieve what we really want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Wisdom is the ability to put our time to proper use. And the best way to do this is through time blocking. Now, why does this work? Because time blocking increases focus and removes the guesswork. It protects your priorities. When you know exactly what you're doing at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., or 3 p.m., your mind stops negotiating with distractions. You're no longer responding to your day. You're commanding it. Time blocking gives your dream a schedule. It trains your energy where to go instead of letting it wander. This is how CEOs, top athletes, and top performers, this is how they win their day before it even starts. So give your time an assignment. When you use time blocks, you're not fitting in. You're making it non-negotiable because it's already assigned. So how do we apply this? Well, start with 3 focus blocks a day, no more than 4. Use color coding. And for example, let's say your morning block is from 6 to 10 a.m. And that's when you wake up, you pray, you meditate, you work out, you research. And then from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., well, that's your writing time or your client's appointments. From 2 to 5, well, that's when you create content, so you shoot videos. And then from 5 to 9, that's family time. And then you review this nightly. So don't make this mistake. Don't be rigid, but don't be lazy either. Be flexible and adjustable. Guard your time like it's gold. Now, before I give you the next strategy for achieving more in 1 week than most achieve in 1 year, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are on a self-improvement journey in 2025. Strategy number 4, attack your mornings with power. Win the first hour and you'll win your day. See, most people wake up reacting, but champions wake up creating. Like that first 60 minutes of your day, It sets the thermostat for your mindset, for your energy, and for your focus. Why does this work? Because morning routines anchor you before the world pulls at you. It builds confidence before comparison creeps in. Starting your day with intention creates a mental boundary that says, I lead this day. This day doesn't lead me. When your body is moving, your spirit is aligned, and your mind is learning, you're setting a frequency that makes distractions less attractive. You're too locked in to be thrown off. So here's how to add it into your day. Let's say you wake up at 6 a.m. and you light a candle and you spend 20 minutes journaling and praying. Then you hit a 20-minute home workout or walk with your headphones and feeding your body. Then you follow that with a podcast, a sermon, or a chapter from a book, something that pours into your spirit. Then by 8 a.m., you filled your tank while the world's still hitting snooze. But don't make the mistake of waking up and scrolling on your phone. Don't let your morning be an accident. Don't put yourself last in the first hour of your day. You're the foundation, and the foundation goes first. Strategy number 5, end each day with a review. Oh man, listen, reflection turns motion into mastery. Why? Because you're turning your mistakes into feedback, distractions into data. Now, according to Harvard Business School, professionals who spend just 15 minutes at the end of the day reviewing what they've learned outperform their peers by 23% in productivity. Why? Because clarity compounds. When you slow down, you speed up with direction. For example, before you go to bed, grab a simple notebook, a journaling app, and even a voice note, and write down 3 wins that you've had for the day, big or small. And also document 2 lessons you picked up, whether from failure or an unexpected moment. And then you name 1 thing to shift tomorrow, something you'll do better, differently, or more intentionally. This creates a rhythm of growth. Now add this to your nighttime wind down routine. Dim the lights, play soft music. Make this a sacred space to process your power. And don't just review what you did. I need you to review who you're becoming. Don't use reflection as a beat up. No, don't beat yourself up. Use it to realign your greatness, because you are great. Your legacy is written 1 day at a time. So make every night, every day, your author table. Now here's how to make it stick. Here's how to start designing your days that actually reflect your God-given destiny. Number 1, replace habits that repeat with habits that align. Yeah, repetition thrives on comfort, but mission thrives on growth. So ask yourself, what do I do every day that feels uncomfortable but isn't actually moving me forward? Because comfort will keep you stuck, but purpose, it will pull you into your next level. Number 2, set ruthless non-negotiables. Decide what must happen every single day: prayer, movement, planning, family time, and lock them in like sacred appointments. No excuses, no rescheduling. These are your daily anchors. They don't just keep you consistent, they keep you aligned. And while we're talking about alignment, time block like a billionaire. Plan your day before your day starts. Assign every task a home on your calendar. I want you to focus on high-value moves, not just busy work. Because if it's not scheduled, it doesn't exist. Now let's talk about your mornings. I need you to attack your mornings with power. Own the first 90 minutes. So before emails, Avoid noise. Start with silence, scripture, sweat. When you prime your mind, your spirit, and your body before the world makes demands on you, you step into your day as a leader, not the follower. And finally, end each day with a review. Not just how did the day go? No, let's get specific. Talk about what distracted you. What will you do better tomorrow? Because when you reflect like a strategist, you don't just grow, you multiply momentum. So no more living on repeat. Live on mission. Design your days like your purpose depends on it. Why? Because it does. If you like this video, you will love the next one, where I highlight 3 ways to repel negativity.